Well, I promised you, or threatened, depending upon how you see Victoria Beckham Beauty, I promised you that there was a new Victoria Beckham Beauty video coming soon. I said that the other day. I wasn't lying. Victoria Beckham Beauty has had a bunch of new releases, and this is in a sort of weird part 2. It's not a traditional part 2, but I want to add something in and talk about it. So here's what we're going to be talking about today. One of them will be new. Today with me, Rebecca, on Not Fit for Print Beauty. I'm a fashion and beauty editor who has worked with some of the biggest names in the industry, writing about it, them, shadowing them, ghost writing for them, watching them work. So I have brought Not Fit for Print Beauty right here to YouTube so that you have a sort of digital beauty magazine to look through every day or so. Okay, let's get started. Let me tell you what I've reviewed, but we're kind of revisiting with purpose. I have reviewed this little trio of limited edition lip liners from Victoria Beckham Beauty, and those are, I think, $85. I'll correct that down below. I'm doing that one from memory, and they are so similar. In the video that I just did reviewing these, I looked at 1.5 and 2.5 because those were the new limited edition introductions, but today we're going to play with the number 2 shade, which is a different look, but it's the same, different packaging, I should say, but the same number 2 shade that has been Victoria Beckham Beauty's favorite and always been in her collection. So we're going to kind of revisit that. But mostly we're going to devote today to the Victoria Beckham Beauty brand new Bordeaux collection. What is not new is her Bordeaux, we're going to look at this outside in the warm California sunshine, is her Bordeaux Satin Kajal liner. It is $34 when bought alone, and to me is the only one that will run, but you guys can let me know if you've had it run down your face, if you cry, sweat, overexert, whatever that is. Okay, so that is part of the collection. The other part is fairly new, and that is the eye wardrobe, which if you're in the cheapies club like me, is $50 and comes in this little cheapo plastic container, but if you want to get the real pretty little case with it, it's $75. So it depends how you purchase it. And these, I will look at these swatched. I already did a video where I wore all 3 or 4 of the shades, and I will attach that video at the end of this video so you can take a look at it if you missed it. But we're going to revisit it today the way I kept saying in that video that I'd rather wear it, which is maybe as a one and done, or this one we're going to do what I like to call a 2 and you're through. Shades, because all 4 is a really dark palette. We're going to look at it swatched in a moment. Then I really want to talk about the only thing that's brand new here that we're looking at, that we're not revisiting. She has added her Future Lash mascara, which is famous, but she's added it in the shade Bordeaux. That's $34. It's a rich burgundy shade. Okay, let's just call it like it is. It's red, man. This is a red mascara. You might be seeing a little bit of it now. You'll see it better as we apply it and better in the warm California sunshine. It reminds me of the Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash in Burnt Umber, but the Lisa Eldridge has a little bit more brown. We'll compare them in a moment. But we're going to look at this. The Future Lash Mascara from Victoria Beckham Beauty, like I said, is $34. It is made, the original black shade is made to lift and straighten and condition. And it's this water advanced removing. It's not quite a tubing mascara as such, but it comes off really easily with water without any scrubbing. Essentially a tubing mascara without being a tubing mascara, but it makes use of a lot of, technology and such. This thing is downright red. It really is. But I don't know, it does match the line. Well, let's go outside and take a look. I'll show you here. Here's what we have on my arm. Let me just first show you. We have the whole Bordeaux collection. We've got the eye wardrobe, then we've got the Satin Kajal liner, and then all the way towards my wrist, yeah, believe it or not, that's the Future Lash in Bordeaux. I know, it's red. I look at it outside in the sun. That is red mascara. That's like costumey red, which is unusual for this brand. It's such a minimalist brand, but it is red. It's pretty, but it's red. So when I first saw this, I thought it would be a little bit like the Lisa Eldridge Kitten, like I said, in Burnt Umber. I was never a huge fan of the Kitten Lash in black, but in Burnt Umber, I absolutely love it. It is a wearable brownish red that doesn't make you look like a lab test animal, okay? I'll let you decide as we go into the demo here what you think of the Victoria Beckham. But let's compare these two, because you might have these and be thinking about one versus another. This is I have that on my hand, ignore that. That is Bordeaux liner. That's the lip we're going to be working with in a moment in the demo. You'll see it there. Here is the Kitten Lash in Burnt Umber, and this is why I like it. Let me just put this away here. And this is why I like it. It is definitely ruddy and red. It's right here in the middle of my hand, but it's got enough brown in it. Now wait until I compare it, just wait, to the Victoria Beckham, which I thought would be so similar. It's hard to swatch a mascara, by the way, which I thought would be so similar. Not so much similar. Here is our Burnt Umber from Lisa Eldridge, which I find incredibly wearable, reddish brown. Here is our Bordeaux from Victoria Beckham Beauty, which frankly I find a little costumey. Now, just because I find something wearable or costumey doesn't mean you will. I'm not the authority on your eye color and your skin color, and nobody is. So don't listen to people who tell you that something is horrible. This very red mascara wouldn't really be for me, but I'm not sure as a makeup artist you would, if you were a makeup artist, that you would recommend it for me, right? Okay, so we all have different looks, different skin, different hair, different eyes, okay? But for me, this is awfully red, and the Lisa Eldridge all of a sudden is looking brownish black, isn't it, comparatively? But when you take the Lisa Eldridge and put it by her black Kitten Lash, this does kind of look like a little bit of that maroony purple red. Not next to the Victoria Beckham, huh? Okay, what I want to do now is I want to go to the demo, and I'm just going to show you the whole look. I am wearing it already, but I'm going to show you the whole look as we apply it. And on this one, I'm always love to hear what our community thinks, but in this video, I'm especially interested, even if you don't normally comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on the whole collection and the direction it's going in and all of these things and the prices, and sound off. This is your time. I'm really kind of curious. So let's make sure you're subscribed, please, and let's go to the demo. Let's put together a look that's maybe a little bit more me. I'm not going to try to use all 4 of these shades like I did in the original video, which will be, you can click on it at the very end. Let's just do something and let's try to show off this mascara and see what we think of it. You actually saw it in the intro, but I'm filming the demo first, so you know more than I do at this point. Okay, so remember that we also had this lip liner trio, the limited edition lip liner trio, and in that video, I took shade 2, which already exists, and I did something with shade 1.5 and shade 2.5. Let's go ahead and use the 2. I mean, it's been a while since I have, and a lot of people wanted to see it. So I'll use the 2 right now, and I'll color in the lips with it. Why not? They suggest that you top it with the shade Twist on the Victoria Beckham website. That's probably one of the only lipstick shades from Victoria Beckham Beauty that I don't have. So I'm going to put it with Pout, which is 1 shade lighter. So I hope it doesn't look concealer lippy. I know that's kind of in right now, but it's not in around these parts, let me tell you. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to line and then fill in the lip with the shade 2. This is in the permanent collection, but also in the limited edition trio. Okay, so I'll speed it up and then we'll stop when they're just lined so you can see that first. Okay, here I sort of lined and shaded a little bit with shade number 2. This was always the one that was marked Victoria Beckham's personal favorite of all her original lip liners. And that's why I think they've done a little bit of a riff on them with the trio. And remember that the trio looks identical. I mean, it looks so close to this. I just did that video. You can find it pretty easily. But that is the point of the trio, is if you love this shade number 2, you'll get slight variations, but I'm going to go ahead and fill in the lip with it. Here it is, just lined. All right, let me fill it in now. Okay, in the lip video I did the 2.5 and just put the clear gloss over it. It's called Ice, the Victoria Beckham Beauty Gloss. But in this, I'm going to do a little bit of a variation, like I said, of what they suggest. They suggest Twist, but I am going to do Pout. Let's hope it's not concealer lippy, because I didn't test it before I came on camera, because, well, that takes all the fun out of it. This is sort of a kind of pinky pale shade. I think it might be a too pale. Let's see. Maybe it'll pick up that number 2 liner underneath it and be pretty. Let's see. Yeah. It's almost looking like I'm just adding a little bit of a shine to the 2. Yeah. This I think on me is on its own. Pout is a little bit too light, but over the darker shade, it almost just looks like I added a little bit of a shine to it. So I'm okay with that. Very nice. And I will link all of these for you to check out down below, and then where I can up here in YouTube shopping as well, so you can take a look at this collection. All right, let's get in the meat of it. You've seen it already, although probably not well, but this mascara really looks red to me. We're going to start with the actual Bordeaux shade. Let me just warm it up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and just line and tight line and waterline with this. I'll do one eye first. I'll speed it up so you're not bored, but I'll do one eye first so we can compare. I just warmed it up, and let's go ahead and go. Never ceases to amaze me how exactly red the Bordeaux shade is. Here it is on this eye with nothing at all on this eye. It is pretty red, and you gotta be a little bit gutsy. Let me just put a little bit of it on as a liner. In the video I did before, I was talking about how I would or wouldn't wear this. I believe in the video I did on the originally with the Bordeaux eyeshadow palette, or eye wardrobe as Victoria Beckham Beauty calls it. I was really just kind of telling you that I would have used cocoa, etc. I'm doing the whole kit and caboodle, the whole enchilada this time, because this video really is about that Bordeaux collection and that Bordeaux look. All right, let me go ahead. This eye is totally done and lined. And let me do this eye, and then we'll do an eye look, and we'll try out this mascara, which looks so red to me. All right, are you at home getting out the antihistamine? You guys going to come with the offering me, is a hand going to come on the screen offering me a Benadryl any minute? It's definitely kind of red. It's definitely kind of red. All right, we're going to get to the mascara, but let's take a look first at the Bordeaux collection. Now, this is beautiful, but you saw in the swatches, I re-swatched this for you, and perhaps you saw my first video or other videos featuring this palette. It's dark. No, it's not. It's dark! This introduces itself in all capital letters. And I did work with all the shades, or most of the shades, and I told you, I remember in that video, that left to my own devices, I really wouldn't. So I'm going to do that. Let's just start with one shade. I like this shade here. It's a little bit satiny and silky. This is a Refer 15. And I am going to just put this as a one and done all over the lid. Now, you might say to me, okay, this was the refill at 50, but if you got the whole thing, that would be 75. And you might say to me, you are going to spend $50 to $75 for that? I can get that in another palette. True. I'm not going to argue with you. But I like a little bit of a more subtle eye look. And then I'm going to take the same shade that we were working with and deepen it. You see, I'm going to build it. So I'll go kind of one layer over the whole eye, and then many layers over the rest of the eye. You know, darkening the same shade. We could go back in if you want with a little bit of the deeper brown shades. There's nothing wrong with that. But all four, I got to tell you, I'm just not going to do it. It's just too much. It's too smoky. It's too much. And already we have, if you're going to do this whole Bordeaux look, we have this red liner. I feel like I need to balance out this red liner. Don't you guys agree? Okay, I'm going to take a Refer number 2 now, and I'm going to go underneath it with this shade here, because I think that's kind of pretty. Almost like a little bit of a drop shadow, maybe a little bit in the corner, maybe a little bit on the inside corner, just to give a little bit of sparkle. And that's what I'm going to do. And you might say to me, you don't think that this palette is worth it for that, but I did use more of the shades. And you could do a one and done with any of these. I could have done a one and done with this, but it just gets so dark for my liking. Okay, now I told you guys in terms of eyelash curlers, there's 3 that I'm particularly devoted to. I've always loved the Refer curler, and I've always loved the Surratt curler, and I like the original Refer, but the Refer one comes in different sizes because we all have different size eyes. But I also am in love with the brand new BK Beauty one, which I don't hear a lot of people talk about. So I'm going to get one and bring it over, and let's curl, and let's try on this particularly red, Bordeaux mascara from Victoria Beckham Beauty. Let's grab my lash curler. I'll be right back. Okay, I am now curling these. This is the BK Beauty one I brought over. I grabbed them all interchangeably. But those are the three I'm most particularly partial to. All right, I'm just giving them a nice good curl. And oh boy, like I said, you guys have seen this shade already in the intro. I haven't, so. I really like the Lisa Eldridge. Let's see. Oh, this is so red. Oh my goodness, it's just so red. All right, let's go. Now, some of you are going to tell me that I could also put this on the tips and put it over black mascara. And while I do not disagree, I don't like doing stuff like that on the initial use because I just want to test the product itself. But yeah, certainly you can just put it on the tips, or you could put it over a black mascara. This layers really nicely. You could put it over her original Future Lash, because since this is a buildable mascara, you can build it over the black if you want. Will that get black onto this? Well, you should let it dry so it doesn't get onto the little mascara wand, but I'm not sure that would make that big of a deal anyway. So that's red. It feels a little bit, I mean, it's red. And you could see it. The reason I'm looking all around like a crazy person is that I'm not sure what the camera will pick up. So let me just do it a few different ways here. Wow. Am I feeling a little bit like costumey with it? Like it's like a red mascara? I mean, Bordeaux is pretty red. It's true to its description. All right, let me try it over here. Boy, I gotta tell you, you'd have to have warm eyes. You know, like this is gonna be prettier, I think, on brown eyes. Like I think with blue eyes, this might be silly. I'm not saying that to insult any of my blue-eyed followers. And if you have blue eyes and you've tried this, let me know. I just feel like if you have kind of a cooler shade of eye, man, I don't know. Maybe it would go really nicely with gray eyes. I don't know. You gotta tell me. Sound off below. My eyes are green, so I'm getting a little bit like, what is it? Irish Queen, red and green should never be seen except upon an Irish Queen. I've got the green eyes, so I'm definitely feeling a little Christmassy here. Washington University colors. Sorry, the mascara just fell over. All right, I'm really getting it on here so you guys can see it. That's red. I don't know how I feel about that. See, I find the Lisa Eldridge really wearable, but I'm not sure. And it's like, do you match your lipstick to it? Should I do red lipstick? And would that tone it down or make it more obvious? Okay, so I have some thoughts here. So let's just get it out there. I have been talking to you guys ever since I did the video of this limited edition trio. I do like this. To me, I like the shade too. It's a little bit brown, but I think it's a great kind of liner, especially for the consistency of it. It's waxy, keeps your lipstick from bleeding, and I think it makes a great base to run off of, whether you're just lining with it or doing it underneath. So to me, the limited edition is worth it because you get 3 of essentially the same shade. Essentially. Little variations that, frankly, you have to take it outside and stare at it to see. So to me, that's worth it, though, because I would use these. As for the Bordeaux collection, to me, it shouldn't be worn as a collection, and this is going to have to do a lot with your coloring. First of all, my follow-up on the eye wardrobe is this is beautiful, but I just can't use all 4 shades. I pick one. And you could vary what that one is, but to me, to have a kind of current eye look and one that suits my personal style, I would need only really 1, maybe 2. We use 2 shades, okay? Now, in terms of the Bordeaux mascara, it is very daring for the brand. Victoria Beckham Beauty is such a minimalist, pretty brand. This is kind of daring. This is essentially a red mascara. Okay, it is Bordeaux. It matches, as you saw outside in the warm California sunshine, it matches the Bordeaux Satin Kajal liner, which has been around in her collection forever. I am predisposed not to love it because to me the Bordeaux is the only one that will run down my face if I'm sweating, crying, whatever, running towards the ice cream truck, whatever. That's the only one that will go down my face, and it ends up looking kind of like blood or bloodshot. Look, kudos to them for matching it. It definitely matches. I think when worn together, it's a bit much. I think two things. If I wore the Satin Kajal liner in Bordeaux, I would probably just do something on the eyes or not wear it at all. It's my least favorite. And I love the Satin Kajal liner, but that's not a favorite of mine, the Bordeaux. You can see by how long it is and how long I've had it that I haven't sharpened it too much. Some of the others are getting a little stubby. In terms of the eye wardrobe, as I told you, 1 shade, 2 shades max. And in terms of the future lash, I would have to have nothing else on my eyes, and I would probably put black underneath it. To me, it is too red. This is going to depend on your coloring and your eye coloring, so don't let me decide for you, please. But I do want to know your thoughts. To me, again, the Lisa Eldridge is a very wearable kind of, and Lisa Eldridge is the burnt umber, has enough brown in it to really work. And this Victoria Beckham Beauty is going very red, on me anyway. So this is begs for discussion, to be honest with you, and I would love to hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts on this Bordeaux collection? Would you wear it all together? Would you wear all 4? If you wear all 4 shades of that eyeshadow, and you're lining the whole thing with Bordeaux and then putting on this red mascara, woo! But you tell me, and you're welcome to disagree with me. I'm not the authority on what looks good on you. So definitely let me know. Sound off down below. I really. This community is so important to me, but especially in this video, I really want to know what you guys are thinking. So let me know. Tell me what you'd wear. Tell me what you'd buy. I'm referring to the lip trio as well. Let's just kind of talk about it. There's been a lot of little releases from this brand. Let me know. Check below for ways to purchase and up here in YouTube shopping. Hey, follow me on all the socials. I mean, I'm over on TikTok and Instagram. I'm over on Threads. We got a Facebook page. Join our membership. Right here on YouTube. It's $4.99 a month, $4.99 a month. And we have weekly lives. We have a lot of fun. So come on over there and just, subscribe and let me know your generalized thoughts. And I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye. I am not going to cry or it's going to look like a scene from Carrie.